I can't marry you.
You said I can't. You didn't say no.
Let's get out of here. I shouldn't have done that. Thank you.
You okay? Couldn't get out of there fast enough.
I'm fine.
Well, I'd understand if you weren't. Seeing Nick and Sharon like that must have been a blow to your whirlwind romance with Nick.
1, it was just a hug, and 2, Nick and I aren't together.
What? Oh, you mean you haven't had sex?
Okay, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response.
So that's a yes. Yeah, well, if you guys aren't getting it on, then why are you still living in that big mansion? Either you want him more than you're willing to admit, or you're conning him. And I'm not gonna lie, I hope it's the latter.
Okay, I know this sounds crazy to you, but we are taking things slow, seeing where it goes.
Sounds pretty boring.
It's not. It's actually refreshingly mature. And I think you're just trying to put the focus on me to cover for your own hurt feelings. You're worried that Nick is gonna get in the way of this little dance you got going with Sharon.
Chelsea, there is nothing going on with me and Sharon. And even if there was, Nick couldn't stop it.
I hit a nerve, didn't I? But you're never gonna admit that. That would show vulnerability. We can't have that, can we?
There's been a lot of tension between us because of Adam.
I know. I really hate the walls that it's created between us.
It's been hard for me to watch you get sucked back in by him. Because I know what he's done to you, and to your life, and to your relationship with Ray.
I never meant to hurt Ray. I just couldn't understand why I wouldn't turn my back on Adam.
Well, you have a connection to him. I don't get it, but you have one. And you want to believe he can be a better man because you have a huge heart. But he does not deserve the faith you put in him.
I've just been where he is, rudderless and unable to trust anybody. And I worked my way out of it with help, and I just thought that Adam deserved the same chance.
But he is not you. And whatever feelings he claims to have for you are wrapped up in his own wants and needs and fears. Because ultimately, he doesn't care about anyone but himself.
That's a little simplistic.
Okay, look at what he did to you today. He made you doubt yourself. He made you question the kind of person you are. And if you truly love someone, do you treat someone that way?
No, you don't. And I told Adam that.
This time, I really hope you see him for what he really is. And just stay away. You will be better off, I promise you that. And you know what? So will we. As face parents, as friends.
I miss us. As friends.
So do I. And after all these years, all the ups and downs, you can always come back to that.
We always will.
Vulnerability is overrated. I was simply trying to figure out where things stand with you and
You
Nick.
wanted to know what that moment between Nick and Sharon meant just as much as I do. They have not been particularly tight lately, so something drew them together. What was it? You again?
Look, I tried to have an honest conversation with Sharon about our relationship.
And that was the result? Okay, this is all starting to make more sense. What exactly did you say to her?
I don't want to get into the details. Okay? Not with you.
Let me guess, you pressed. too hard, like you always do.
You are making a lot of assumption.
So, what are you telling yourself? That Sharon ran to Nick because she's in denial over her feelings for you? That it's just a matter of time before she realizes you're the only man for her? Okay, I'm sorry. You don't want to talk to me about Sharon, I get it. So, what's your plan for Nick? You're gonna obviously want revenge for this latest transgression.
I don't spend my days fixated on Nick.
Ha! That's funny.
No, my problems with Nick are centered around Christian, and that's all. So if you're suggesting I'm jealous of my brother, you should look a little harder.
Sure. Okay. Who's in denial now?
You are the one that has Nick on the brain. It's not me.
You can put up all the emotional walls you want. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear.
Okay, I can't wait for this.
Sharon didn't just run away from you. She ran to Nick. Victor reaches out to you, and he tries to bring you back into the fold. You reject him. And now Nick is the son he's standing by.
And what is your point?
It's killing you. Despite all of your efforts to hurt him. Stealing Dark Horse. Hiring Phyllis to run it. Suing for custody of Christian, my God. But Nick, he's still standing, and he's stronger than ever.
Okay, you're right. Nick is perfect. Is that all you have?
He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all have our flaws, but his family loves him and is willing to support him because he tries, Adam. He tries to be a good father and brother and friend to people, son. He earns people's affection. He doesn't demand it. He doesn't make everything a competition. Winner takes all.
Okay, well, you like it or not, life is a competition, Chelsea.
Not where our children are involved, Adam. No. You were gonna be a huge part of Christian's life, but instead, you sue for custody of him. You just needed him all to yourself.
Because I am his father.
Biologically, yes, but you were not taking into consideration how your actions could affect that sweet little boy.
Chelsea, I am a good father. Okay, you see how I am with Connor.
I do. And I know how important it is for the both of you to rebuild your relationship, and I support that fully. I agree that you should be spending time together. But then what do you go do? You insist he move in with you. And then I look like the bad guy when I say no. I do understand, Adam. Listen to me. I understand that everything revolves around you. You will do whatever it takes to get what you want. My God, don't you realize how it's all just so counterproductive? The more you try to just control people and manipulate them, the more you just push them away. You're never going to change people's hearts that way. And you're never going to get what you want the most.
And what is that, Chelsea?
Love. Oh. I didn't expect to see you here.
Why is that? I own the place.
Because I just saw you at the GCAC with Nick. Correction. Wrapped around Nick.
And now that wasn't what it looked like. I was upset and Nick was just being supportive. That's all it was.
Sure.
Why would a hug between two friends be any concern of yours?
Yes. He's my friend too.
Well, but you're so worked up about it. Maybe you want him to be more than just a friend.
I'm not after Nick. My husband just died.
Oh, come on, Chelsea. You're not even pretending to be a weeping widow.
Excuse me? I cared very deeply for Calvin. What do you want me to do? Sit around wearing Victorian mourning garments?
You know, I have seen you when you're grieving for a man you really loved, Adam. And right now, your behavior is nothing like that.
Okay, and I'm sure you cared equally for all of the men that you were married to. Sharon, Newman, Abbott, Newman, McAvoy.
Oh, are you judging me for my past? Wow, it's a good thing that Nick's house where you're platonically shacking up isn't made of glass.
You are so fixated on my relationship with Nick. Why is that?
I knew that he was devastated when you took off and left him, not just because you called off the engagement, but he realized later that you had hidden Christian's paternity from him the entire time you guys were together.
I never meant to hurt him.
If that were true, you wouldn't have used the threat of him finding out to keep yourself out of trouble. Now, Nick may have forgiven and forgotten everything, but I haven't. I'm really wondering what you're hiding this time.
Nothing. I am not a threat to Nick. If he needs protection from anyone, it's you.
Nick and I have been a part of each other's lives since we were teenagers, and nothing is ever going to change that. So I don't see how you can think that I would be a danger to him.
Because you bring drama with you wherever you go.
Oh, I bring drama? Chelsea, I still have a scar on my head from when you clocked me with a coffee pot.
And I apologize for that. What I'm referring to is this game of musical chairs you've got going with the men in your life. I mean, you say you're happy with Ray, but then you can't stay away from Adam, and now you're throwing yourself at Nick? Really?
I turned to Nick because I know that he will listen and be a friend and nothing more.
Really? Well, I heard how you two made it to the altar when I was gone. So you've had a more recent romantic history with him than I have.
And we realized once and for all that we cannot be together. Not anymore.
Yet you chose his shoulder to cry on.
Says the woman who moved in with him before her husband's dead body even got cold.
You did not just go there.
Chelsea, look.
Wow.
Adam and I had a fight.
Yeah. Oh, so use it as an excuse to go run to Nick. I rest my case.
He is the only one who understands what I'm going through with Adam. I mean, of course, there's you, but I'm not going to run to you for advice, obviously.
No, obviously, I'm not looking for a new BFF either, thank you.
But you do have to admit that you and I do share a bizarre bond. Our histories with Adam and Nick. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that said, I was not trying to drag Nick or you into these issues with Adam.
It's too late, Sharon. We're already caught up in it.
I guess we'll all ride out the insanity together.
Yeah, I guess we can't really escape each other. So, in the spirit of Twisted Sisterhood, there's something you should know.
I think you ate your weight in popcorn.
Hey, you want to take a picture with Grandpa?
Yeah, let's take a picture. There you go. Great idea. There we go. Grandfather and grandson, right? Now you just remember your grandpa loves you, right? And I cherish each moment that I spend with you.
You ready?
Smile.
Let's do it.
Smile. Cheese.
Oh, yeah, that's a keeper.
Yes, on the popcorn.
What?
Yeah, chip of the old block. You're full of the Dickens, aren't you?
I wasn't going to say anything, but I think it's only fair to give you a heads up.
About what?
I wasn't the only one who saw you earlier with Nick. Adam was there too.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I can imagine how he reacted to that.
Yep.
But, you know, he's already pulled out all the stops against Nick, so I can't see why me being there with Nick would make him any angrier.
I'm actually more curious about what he didn't say when it comes to you.
What do you mean?
I mean, he wouldn't tell me what was going on between the two of you, but he just seemed hurt, wounded, really.
Oh, well, we'd had an intense conversation that didn't end well.
I accused him of holding out false hope. I think he wants to believe that you're desperately trying to deny your feelings for him. Oh, is he right?
No.
Are you sure about that, Sharon? Because judging by the look on your face, you have stronger feelings for him than you're willing to admit.
Man, that is two good-looking dudes right there. You know, I have some more good news for you. You remember your cousin Connor? Well, he is back in town, so maybe next time we can invite him and he can hang out with us. Would you like that?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You know something? You come out to the ranch, then your grandma and I would take you horseback riding. How's that?
Oh, that sounds cool.
And then you can all come to dinner. The whole group. Chelsea and Connor, Abby and Summer, Victoria and Katie and Johnny, maybe Billy Boy, right? And then afterwards we go out in the backyard, we play touch football. How's that?
Football.
Like that? Yes.
Here, let's see if we can mess up this picture. You want,
right there.
should we give you a mustache?
Let me see how you look with a mustache. Whoa.
What's a mustache?
Right there. Here we go. Let's do that. And then we'll edit this. What color mustache should we want? Should we go with like a red one?